from that perspective, and I hear what you're saying there about, and again, maybe it's because I had a mother who was very much doesn't matter what anybody thinks, and I hated it as a kid. Especially, she wore these horrible for those listening that are, regular listeners, that they've heard me drone on about my mum's beanies, and it's like, don't wear that, that's embarrassing. And she'd respond, it doesn't matter what other people think. And I didn't appreciate that as a child, as you could imagine. But as an adult, I think it had a fundamental impact on my personality, and that's where I wonder from that side of things when you're saying, it didn't, need society giving us a permission. And when you look at all the major changes in society, it wasn't society giving permission; it was a few people standing up and say, "Hey, this is." This is not acceptable. When you look
But
at,
they had to learn it somewhere.
mm,
And that's why I say men's groups,
yeah,
because when you get more than two together saying, "Oh, actually, I agree. We really should be able to. But you need numbers to
well,
be
that's
able
what I'm
to.
saying. Is that a
Oh,
case where we need to have,
yeah,
okay, you
yeah,
put that together, you have these men's groups where we go, okay, we give each other confidence, and that's part of what
yes,
this dialogue is about.
absolutely,
And saying, and then going, hey,
absolutely.
go out there, and I'm waiting for the day that a woman does say to me, hey, don't open the door for me. Okay, understand. But up until that point, and even after that point, I'm going to continue to open doors anyway, because it's like,
We need permission. Three weeks ago, I woke up with a bestseller book in my head. And I'm
mm.
going to say it now, but somebody might take it from me and go and make $1 million as I talk it. And I woke up and I got the book title, which is "There's a Difference Between Men and Women: How They Bring Up Male Children."
Yes.
I just woke out of my sleep with that title.
Mm.
And then it all came together, and I was even given the content of the book. And here's the content: it's a picture of a woman, a man,
Mm.
somehow bringing up a child. And then when you open up the pages of the book, every page is blank.
Mm.
So you get to the middle, and right in the middle, it says, start a man's group, start a woman's group for just women, for just men, and discuss the title of this book.
I love that.
There's a difference between how women raise
Mm.
raise boy children, and
Yeah.
there's a difference how men raise boy children.
Mm.
Discuss. Form your groups all over the country,
Mm.
because hey, you guys together are the best ones to talk about how to raise a male child. You women together are the
Mm.
best ones able to talk about how you will raise a male child. I don't have the answer.
Mm.
And that's the book. And I was going to put that on Amazon, and I was
Yeah.
hoping it would make me a millionaire
Okay.
by the concept. But do you see the point? It isn't for some clever clogs to come along and write a book saying this is how you raise male children. And there is just a difference because we're feminine, because we're masculine. There
Mm.
is just a difference in how we raise male children. But it's really important that we understand the difference for
Mm.
this rounded male child. So I don't come and say I'm Doctor whatever with this is how you do parenting. I'm
Mm.
saying start your male group, start your female group all over the country, and let's discuss this topic.
Well, isn't that part of, because that's where we're coming back to, circling right back to the beginning, where we're talking about having the ability to make your own choice. I have, some friends, male friends, that are, some of them are very effeminate in how they behave, and they're comfortable with that. They don't care what anyone
Mm,
else says, and they
mm,
go about their life quite comfortably. And there's a group of guys, we all get together, and we're not the same. We're extremely diverse in how we behave. And is that
mm.
what really we need to be teaching young boys? It's, as you say, it's this book where you go and decide what's right for you. Is that what we need?
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't have a template. But the point is, what
Mm.
I intended was to write the bestseller
Yeah.
on how to raise male children.
Mm.
In case you missed it, that was my bestseller.
Yes.
It had a title and it
Yes.
had blank pages till you get to the middle, start your own group and discuss,
Yeah.
and then go off and do.
Well,
And
and
pay
then
me a lot
that's
of money for the books, please.
yeah. Well, but this is the point that we're trying to understand for men is going, hey, you need to decide what's right for you. Is that the discussions we need to be having? But
That's
how do
the
we tell
discussion.
people to say, especially said from what we were talking about before, certainly from my perspective, I've never met a woman that has been upset with me opening the door. Now, apparently, it's happened, um, and but
Yes.
and not only that, I've never met a woman that has not liked the door being opened for her. Now, I'm sure there are women out there that do that, but it seems to be that's the minority, not the
Yes, it
majority
is.
voice. And is
It
that
is.
how do we get that across to young boys or even older men that hey, this is this loud, I'm going to say squawking out here is not that's not the majority. That's not what most people want. That's just a very small group, and that's okay. They're entitled to that. And if they don't want the door open, don't open the door for them.
Do it and run. Because that small minority is going to come after you. You see that? You see
No, well, how do you do
the
that? I mean, the only way you find out is you've opened the door, and then she goes, "Don't open the door for me." It's okay. I'll close it again. Then you can open it. You got to do it
but
politely. I
then
mean, obviously, there's a nice thing about how you do
absolutely,
things.
it's a one-on-one. After
Mm,
that episode, if I experience that, I'm going to turn to my child and sit him down and say, "Look, this is what I think about opening doors for women. This is your dad's view.
mm,
What you just experienced was a woman
mm,
who's very different and wants it done differently. Son, I'm offering to you what my view is. What do you think?
mm,
You find your way. But here's the baton which I think I am handed on to you, and I
mm,
recognize it is my baton, son.
mm.
Um, what you just so have a conversation about that. Have a conversation. But
Yeah.
I can't de-skill me because it's what I've been shaped by some things, and there's a baton I am going to hand on. I will
Mm,
try and look at the not very good batons and see if I can filter them out. But I'm me, and there are some things I am going to hand on unwittingly to my child um, that may not be the best. We try to be the best that we can be,
mm,
but sometimes we hand on some stuff that isn't a good fit. And that's really why I keep saying sometimes therapy and counseling does have a role
mm,
to help us to work through some stuff because unwittingly we do pass on some patterns which are not going to serve us, our families, our relationships well. And
mm,
therapy is a place we can just start to look at some of that stuff. Because therapy is never about changing the other person. Even in couples counseling, even in marriage
I
counseling,
know some
as
people that
much as
probably
I
would
go and
disagree.
say, God, absolutely, even I, Lord, that woman that you sent me, if I, but what I find he keeps doing is this, and he says, "Okay, let's just try it
Yeah.
again." Oh Lord, I wasn't talking about me. I was talking about that woman that you sent me. Lord, if we could just, and he keeps doing that, and that's really annoying and really frustrating. I wasn't talking about me. I thought, and ultimately, you got to get it. I
Mm,
cannot change somebody else,
yeah.
but the person I can change, me, and if I change me, that other person cannot keep doing life the same way.
Mm,
They have to change
yeah.
because if I'm not in the same place for them to do what they've always done because I've moved, they can't keep doing it to a shadow. They have to change.